Hi everybody, here's Krystian from Teamworkcast.
And this is Putty, the lovely man from Teamworkcast.
I'm not the man from Teamworkcast. I want to be a lovely man from Teamworkcast.
You are the lovely man from Teamworkcast as well.
Alright, we can be both
We
lovely
are
men
all
from
lovely men.
And these are lovely videos. This is Netrunner with Teamworkcast. This is the lovely German nationals. The 22nd of August. This is game 25. This is top 16, the playoffs. And we are now, Nick, we are now in the losers bracket.
Oh, I don't feel like the loser.
No, those are certainly not the losers. It's just how they call it. So on the right we have Roy, which we saw previously, who lost, who was dethroned. Dethroned by Fox.
He lost half of a B.
He lost half of a B indeed. And on the left we have a new player which we haven't saw before on those videos, which is Axul, also known as Jürgen.
You know, a long time ago I played Final Fantasy XI with a guy named Axul. And that guy hated MMOs so much that eventually he started becoming a designer for them.
Oh, well, that's a good motivation to design those, I guess. I'm sure that kind of attitude won't reflect on the final product. So we had a handshake. On the left we have Axul, as I said. He's playing Noise. He's using the new beautiful alt art identity card.
Noise.
For Noise. Noise, of course, whenever he plays a virus, the corporation has to discard a card from their deck into the archives.
Noise is one of those guys, when you play them as, you just throw cards up in the air, and then you pick up 45 of them and win.
You will see, Nick. You will see. Noise got really good. And Roy, of course, still playing HB and the fun, engineering the future, actually. And he gets a credit every time he installs a card. So there we go. So yeah, Jürgen starts with a Shaharazade. How you pronounce this in English, Nick?
Shit face.
All right. He plays a shit face, and then he installs a new card on this, which is called Cash, which gives him 3 credits, I think. Like there's tokens installed on this, and you can get those tokens from it and turn it into credits.
A fascinating card. Yeah,
it's fascinating. It doesn't seem like much, but Jürgen will create a lot of money with this, and he already has another piece of that puzzle in there. He has Aesop's pawn shop, so he can get off the money from Cash and then pawn shop it away, and so get even more money from this. And of course, he gets a credit when he installs it on Zahara's shitface, and so he gets a credit from that even. So it's really like a nice combo there. He's going on there, and so he's having a quality time.
I'm having a quality time in this match with you.
Oh, nice, Nick. Nice. Ditto.
Ditto.
All right, so we saw Roy install a lot of.
Is that a data sucker?
Ice. That is a data sucker indeed, and data sucker, of course, is another virus. So Roy gets another credit from the data sucker, so the data sucker is for free.
Noise sneezed, and suddenly there's more viruses out there. This is the most infected man in Netrunner.
Yes. And then Jürgen does a dirty laundry on archives, but he doesn't. So far, he wasn't able to trash an agenda, because that's the idea. You keep trashing cards by playing viruses, and then eventually there is going to be an agenda in archives.
Yeah. Good old millstones.
Indeed. So the cool thing, I don't know if you mentioned this, but the cool thing about Cash is that it is, of course, a virus. So you can play it over and over again, Nick, and you can get this money over and over again, and it's awesome.
He's a hacker extraordinaire, after all.
All right, so Jürgen gets out a same old thing, and meanwhile, Roy starts his sex bot business.
Oh yeah, this is the one thing that might distract Noise from taking over the world.
Yeah, sex bots. Noise, stop this virus thing. Look at this hunk.
I think that eventually, what'll happen to Noise is he will be hired by Jinteki.
Okay.
You know, he looks like the kind of guy that, like, that's how he looks, you know? He's got his, like, piercings and his tattoos and stuff. And then you walk into the Jinteki office building, and he's sitting behind the desk just like that. And you're like, oh, I know what Jinteki's about.
Well, he's half Asian.
Does that mean you're going to be sitting behind a desk?
No, I mean, Jinteki is also Asian. Alright, so we have a hedge fund from Roy and more cards installed. Noise. He used the same old thing. Not sure exactly what he used the same old thing for. I guess for quality time. Still looking for the final. That's the problem with Noise. It's really deadly what he has going on there, but he needs all the pieces of the puzzle, and I think he's missing one crucial piece of the puzzle now. Thinking what to play. A lot of cards in his hand right now.
This particular playmat is very popular.
They're actually using the same playmats over and over again.
Oh.
Because so far, every game we saw had Roy, and that's Roy's playmat on the right. And the playmat on the left is something that the tournament organizer asked us to do, because it is, of course, the playmat from this season that you could win on this tournament. Alright, so Jürgen installs a Grimoire and then gets another cash out. And now cash starts with an extra counter on it, so it's worth even more now because of Grimoire.
Oh man. NecroB, you're in trouble.
NecroB.
NecroB don't care. He just got sex bots, spending some quality time with them.
Doubling down on the sex bots.
He's in the apartment next to Noise.
The sex bots are in the apartment next to Noise. Like Noise apartment, he's like installing all the viruses, and the camera zooms like scrolls like past into the second room, and it's just full with like sexy hunks. Everybody dance now.
Freedom Williams becomes a god in the Netrunner universe.
Whoa.
That's right. Throwing out CNC Music Factory knowledge.
Whoa. Alright, so Roy decides, man, this is going too far, installs an ice in front of archives. And cash is being trashed for Ace's pawn shop. To get more money. Look at how much money he already has.
He has so much money.
He only played one Dirty Laundry, and everything else is created just with cash.
See, like, Rich Noise, I sort of consider, like, what if a homeless man found $500 million laying in the street?
Mm.
The first thing he buys is, like, a gold-plated rocket car.
Yes,
because, you know,
indeed.
why not?
Jürgen gets out not a gold-plated rocket car, but a Krypsis, which is another virus, and a Cyber Feeder, which lets him install viruses even cheaper.
I love you, Krypsis.
Krypsis gets a token as well from Grimoire. So with Krypsis, he can break every type of ice. He just needs enough tokens on it, because for every ice he breaks, a token gets trashed.
I think that if I was the star of the movie Her, it probably would be me and Krypsis.
Krypsis would be your
my AI, yeah.
Scarlett Johansson
falls in love with me, yeah.
All right. You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, I'd be gay for Krypsis. Why not?
All right, so Jürgen runs, does a Dirty Laundry run.
An APD contract.
An APD contract. Scores an APD. There was an agenda in there after all.
There is, but he can't score it, can he?
He can score it, yeah. He doesn't have enough money. It took him too much money to get through that wall of static that has been rest right there.
Oh, man.
Even though he had so much money. But now he has enough money because he got the...
It's the desperate search for Jackson Howard right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Jackson, where are you?
Our Lord and Savior.
You know who we haven't seen any of these games? Katie. Where's she at?
Katie is in my Nazir Medan deck right now. But
my copy of Upstalk and the Spaces Between should be arriving today. Which you might end up hearing me say, or maybe not say. Maybe I'll just disappear.
New card type.
Ooh.
This is a premiere with us. This is the first time we see a current, I think.
Is this a current?
Yes, it is a current. It is enhanced login protocol. So every time Jürgen does a run, he has to spend an additional click. But it applies only if the run is actually like a normal vanilla run, and it doesn't apply to runs initiated with cards. And if Jürgen manages to score an agenda or play his own current, that current gets trashed.
Huh. I like this. I've heard a lot of grumbles about the currents as well.
I think right now they're very good for corporations. So we see another virus being played, a parasite.
Oh.
To get rid of that wall of static. And I think we missed, but I think the data sucker was pawn shopped.
Yeah, I think so.
Pwned, as we say.
Oh.
And there we go.
Ooh.
Alternate art wild slide. So now Jürgen is pretty much partying all the time. He draws 2 cards at the beginning of every turn and has 1 click less to use. But he doesn't care. He just needs all the viruses and he just plays them. For example, now he plays an imp on Shitface. And
so he should really call this deck Fear and Loathing and Sansan.
How so?
Oh wait, no, Sansan City Grid. I just see Noise as Hunter S. Thompson in this particular deck. He's just wandering around going to the pawn shop, selling off these viruses he's managed to find.
Yeah, just getting new ones, and he parties all the time, gets the viruses, sells the viruses at the pawn shop.
Crypsis is his lawyer.
Rinse and repeat.
Does Crypsis actually exist? Nobody knows.
It's an imaginary friend of his.
Fear and Loathing in the City Grid.
Also, he has and there we go, another cash.
Man. You know, people had said that card was going to be amazing.
Yeah, but look at this. Look how fast he's moneying up, and at the same time trashing cards of Roy. You know, Roy has his deck. You don't see it, of course, because we don't see the cards that are being trashed there right now. But his deck is being disassembled right in front of his eyes, right? Important cards are being constantly discarded, and he's like, I need all those cards. I put them in the deck because I need them, and now I don't have them anymore.
So, I have a question, and this might be a stupid question. So all you people listening can cringe.
Cringe away.
Cringe away. It says hosted virus counter gain 1 credit. Does that mean take 1 hosted virus counter off?
Yes.
Okay.
And hosted virus counter is the cost, and then...
Okay.
You know, colon.
I thought that's what it said, but I just wanted to make sure. So, now you are all cringing.
No, it's okay, it's okay. So Jürgen gets out a medium with a token on it now. Again, another virus, and now R&D runs will get really, really nasty. Let's see if he manages to get an R&D run. Right now, 2 eyes in front of R&D, and not very cool to run with Crypsis on that. Roy gets out a card, installs something in front of it. Might be another sex bot, might be an agenda actually this time around.
Yeah, because he really... I guess with Crypsis he can get through, but Crypsis only has 1 virus counter on it.
Yes, he would get through it, but... you know what I think it is? I think it is Sansan.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make you all cringe again. I don't want to tell a joke.
Right now?
Yes.
On the air?
On the air. Why did the baker rob the bank? Because he needed the dough.
Let's not do that again, please. Let's make it this one-time thing only, all right?
Okay.
Meanwhile, Jürgen installs another new exciting card, which is David, or D14... whatever, David. And so the idea is not a virus, sadly, but the idea is it has counters on it, not virus counters, but regular counters. And you can use those counters to break subroutines of very large eyes. So if Crypsis is not efficient enough, he can use David. Or now he also installed a clone chip, so he can install a parasite mid-run as well if the ice is small. If it's big, again, David.
You've read Snow Crash, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Is there a David in there?
Yeah, there's D5id, actually.
Oh, so that might be a reference, actually.
Yes. Maybe it is D4.
D4.
Yeah, it is D5. Because he's the one that helps him create the Matrix.
Ah, I see.
And he's the one that gets infected by the virus after he reads like the card or whatever.
Roy installs yet another ice in front of R&D. Nick.
Roy, you gotta... Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Archives are wide open.
Uh-oh.
The Parasite 8 is all the way through that wall of static now.
Waiting for Jackson.
Still waiting for Jackson, indeed. Maybe that's the JacksonNet server.
If it is a Jackson, I hope that he uses it soon.
Well, you know, maybe there are no agendas in his discard. There's at least one, I guess, right?
Yeah,
we know that,
he's
that there's
never
an
gone
APT
back because the wall of static was stopped.
I know. I wonder why he's not doing it right now. All right. So at the beginning of his turn, he clone chips a cache.
Mm-hmm.
So to get more cash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I did it again, right? So
Yeah,
now
fair.
we are even. Now we are even. And then of course he immediately trashes cash for Aesop's pawn shop. Because he did it at the end of the turn of Roy. Very cool trick there. Alright, so it was indeed a Jackson Howard. Jürgen runs on the archives and Roy uses the Jackson Howard to rescue his agenda. And, oh, 2 agendas apparently, maybe. And something else. But of course this just postpones the inevitable because as cards are being trashed and the agendas being mixed back into R&D, the density of agendas in R&D increases. So the chance to get an agenda in R&D gets higher and higher the more cards are being trashed. Difficult situation. All that ice that Roy installed is basically useless right now, not being rest on anything. He created a lot of money, but again, not stopping Jürgen from doing his thing.
Yeah, I really wonder, does he have nothing to do and he's waiting for something specific?
No, he's just doing his virus thing. He installs a nerf agent there. The nerf agent gets a token, so now he can also run on HQ to get access to a lot of cards. Again, yet another virus here. The nice thing about it, like Roy doesn't have to run on anywhere. He just can continue playing viruses and wait until all the agendas are in archives, and then just run once on archives and win the game. Also, he has a huge pile of money, as we can tell. How much money is that? At least 14 credits.
He's using those monies that are hard to count.
Alright, what's happening? He runs. Did he run some? Why is that? Oh, virus purge. Virus token purge. Of course, very powerful move against Jürgen. But good job. But it takes 3 credits, 3 clicks. Roy wastes an entire turn for this.
Yeah, but with only having Krypsis out to really break stuff.
Yeah,
he's pretty protected.
Well, Jürgen just needs to get like 3 tokens on Krypsis, and he can get in anywhere with enough money.
Yeah.
And that was what he does. He puts a token on Krypsis. And what now? Thinks about this, because this is a very complicated deck to play. You kind of have to think laterally. Alright, he runs on HQ. We have a quandary there. Not doing a lot of issues there, but Roy decides not to continue to run. No, Jürgen decides not to continue to run. Another shit face being discarded. Seriously, how do you spell that one?
Isn't it Shahrazad? No.
Shahrazade. Shahrazade.
Yeah. Don't ask me, man. I'm from America. We can't pronounce anything correctly.
Well, I want to hear your incorrect pronunciation.
Scheherazade.
So like at least it's not as bad as this other card from the Shapers, like Zahara.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and eat my burrito, my quesadillo.
Burrito.
And I'm just kidding. And now I'm just making it up.
Yeah. All right. So Roy decides that his HQ is not protected enough.
I like to think that Roy has only drawn ice.
Well, he's playing Engineer in the Future. You want to have a lot of ice in Engineer in the Future because you get a credit every time you install something, so you want to install a lot of ice. And predictably, Jürgen installs a Parasite on that Quandary. The little dog needs to go, and another card gets...
That quandary is no longer quandered.
Yeah. And then, of course, Jürgen afterwards runs on Archives, but there's nothing of importance there. Ah, yes.
NecroB flips the table. Oh my god! No,
he just flips the cards, man. He just flips the cards. Tension growing here.
It's palpable.
Jürgen has a lot of money, but he doesn't commit on like a full run. He uses instead he uses parasites to trash away the ice, because the parasites, of course, always trigger Noise's ability. All right, Roy installs something in the server.
Oh, it's on now.
It's on.
This is the part in Tron where Kevin Flynn decides he needs to go to the portal.
Alright, so Roy goes to the portal.
Yeah.
And Jürgen trashes Wild Salt for a pawn shop. He basically takes a nightclub, and puts it in a pawn shop.
Isn't that what happened in that 24-Hour Party People movie?
No, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it sounds legit, man. I'm just gonna run with it.
Sounds legit.
All right, Jürgen gets a counter on Crypsis and runs on HQ. Sees another quandary.
Another quandary.
Well, that's not difficult to break. And then sees Wall of Static. Again, not very difficult to break for just 4 credits. And gets to see one card, and then, of course, Nerf Agent also triggers. And there we go, and another agenda. Well, the first agenda, actually. 2 points.
It is the first
for
agenda.
Jürgen.
We have score. It only took 23 minutes.
I mean, for the kind of aggression that this Noise combo deck presents, Roy is doing actually quite well.
Yeah.
He's set up pretty sweet ice defenses. He's holding up pretty well. He just gave up one agenda throughout all this time. Maybe that card in there is Jackson Howard.
It could be. Jackson lives.
Our Lord and Savior.
I wonder if there is somebody out there with a Jackson Howard tattoo. There's gotta be. Have you gotten a tattoo of your playmat yet?
No, but now you're giving me ideas.
On one butt cheek, the world is yours.
Yeah. Or yeah, then I'm gonna like, if I win the next nationals, I'm gonna moon everybody. Jackson Howard, woo! Spring break!
Spring break. Oh, James Franco.
James Franco.
You know, Fantasy Flight should make a James Franco living card game.
Just about James Franco?
Yes.
Nice. I dig it. The Alien expansion.
Pineapple Express.
Oh man,
so powerful.
And of course, who can forget Spider-Man?
Oh man, I can.
You can? You can? How can you? Which one Spider-Man did you forget? Which one of the 5
All
movies?
of them.
Alright, Roy installs a card unprotected. Unprotected sex box set. Sex, probably, I would say. If it's unprotected, it's a sex bot. Or it's maybe like a ruse. Maybe it's an agenda. And of course, Jürgen trash talks a little bit. He says that agenda is badly protected.
Oh,
all right, we see a deja vu going on, and so Jürgen gets back a cash and a parasite. Place the parasite on a quandary. Quandary is dead immediately. And then he gets a counter on Krypsis and runs on HQ again. Now he gets to see 2 cards, I think, because of Nerf Agent breaks that Wall of Static with Krypsis. And it's another agenda and nothing else. So now Jürgen is at 4 points. Roy just drew an agenda, I saw it. Ah, yes, it is indeed a Jackson Howard. Jürgen, Roy uses it to draw more cards. He wants to, his R&D is, HQ is very vulnerable. I guess he's trying to protect it more and get rid of the agendas in his HQ. Maybe? Maybe he wants to keep one, so he can score it. Not sure.
Will you spoil this for me and tell me if Roy just runs out of cards?
No, I won't spoil it to you. But you can tell that the noise deck is actually singing. It's doing all that it's designed to do. It just plays a lot of viruses, gets into the servers when it hurts the most. Basically, just doesn't like. That's the what I realized about Anarchs, that they basically don't play the game. They play a different game.
Yeah, they play their own little thing.
Yeah. And this is a game of we're gonna trash all the cards and then gonna get all those cards. We're not gonna bother with something pedestrian like ice.
What's that? Ice? I don't know the meaning of the word.
Well, to be honest, he did some runs on the HQ there, but you know. All right, another cash. Why not? Why not money up like there's no tomorrow? 4 credits from this alone because of Grimoire, and then later on it gets pawn shopped.
You know, with this kind of money, Noise might just end up buying Jinteki, and that's how he starts to work for them.
He just recurs cash a couple of times.
Yeah.
Same old thing being installed. No agendas in archives at this point. Roy installs something. Oh damn! Roy scores a Director Haas pet project, an agenda I haven't actually seen being used that often.
I have used it.
So it's a 1-point agenda, but the cool thing is that you can he can take 3 cards from his archives or from his R&D HQ, and then he can create a new server using those cards.
It seems like it's a card that's like, what? But in situations like this, it's amazing.
It's
because
perfect.
It can turn the tide. Yeah.
It's perfect right now. So now he can create like a completely new server. Jürgen has more targets to run on. He doesn't know where exactly to run. He doesn't know what's hidden in that server, but he knows that that server is pretty expensive to get into, probably. He's at 9 credits, I think. So yeah, if the ice is nasty enough, it will probably stop him. On the other hand, HQ is such a juicy target, and that's what he does. He just runs HQ.
Oh no, Jackson! No.
No, is Jackson being trashed? Nick, I think you're ahead. You're looking at the future.
Oh no! I just saw him on a table.
Where was he? All right. Oh yes, it is indeed Jackson. Now I see. It is indeed Jackson.
Oh, man, the future. There's been a lot of viral activity on my end.
Ah, I see. You've been hacked, Nick. Your HQ has been compromised. So that was a successful run, getting rid of Jackson Howard, and another agenda being scored. It was there all along. What a interesting mind game going on right there. So I think that was not sure if it's Project Vitruvius or Accelerated Beta Test. What do you think?
It looked like it.
Same old thing, déjà vu, getting back things. Cash and what else? Thinks what other thing to get? He get to get a virus. Oh, yeah, of course it's a virus, but it's 2 caches. He just monies up like there's no tomorrow. He plays out cash immediately, gets 4 monies for this. Is it 4? It's 5, I think, because no, it's 4. Runs on archives. And there's another Project Vitruvius there. Oh man, at 6 points right now.
Oh man. This game has gone off the rails.
6 points. Jürgen about to win. Roy scores another agenda. At 5 points. Roy at 5 points. Jürgen at 6. Next agenda wins the game.
Oh man.
And there is a Sand, so Jürgen really needs to trash the Sand if he doesn't want Roy to score from his hand.
Roy has what, around 6 credits?
Yeah, he's quite down now. I guess resing all that Sand was quite expensive.
Yeah.
Doesn't have too much credits indeed. Jürgen money's up with cash. Trashing cash for Ace of Pawn Shop again. Also, I think he trashed Medium at some point, so he gave up the idea of running on R&D. Focuses solely on HQ. Gets 2 tokens on Crypsis. And what now? What now? R&D run. He does an R&D run after all. With just 6 credits, there's not much Roy can probably res at this point.
Yeah. It's a safe run. Keeps him... This is keeping the corporation honest.
Oh, damn! There's an Eli. But Jürgen Axul breaks this for 6 credits, I guess. Is it 6? Yeah, it's 6. And there's a card, and it's game. It is NAPD contract.
Oh man, that game.
That was it.
Off the rails.
There was another NAPD on hand, but he couldn't have scored it from hand. So yeah.
What a complex game. You don't see games like this very often.
Yeah, so that's the new cards that just came out, especially Cash, really revitalized Noise. So this is the new face of Noise, Nick. Get used to it. You're gonna see it in the future quite often.
That card is so Cash.
Stop trying to make Cash happen. It won't happen. Okay, enough reference for today. What did you think about this game, Nick?
I really like this game. I'm sad that I had the technical difficulties that I had, but that's okay.
So right now, Roy has been ejected from the tournament. Sadly,
I'll miss you, Roy. You lost your B though. Now he's just NecroB.
I think in our hearts he always stays the double B.
It's the Phantom B, or italicized possibly.
Phantom B. And of course, Axul, aka Jürgen, advances in the loser bracket now. He fights his way through the loser bracket. And perhaps we're going to see him. No, we're going to not see him in the next game. In the next game, we're going to return to the winners bracket. And we're going to see how Alex Fox is continuing through the winners bracket. I hope you will tune in next time and join us when we hack the planet! Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Cash the planet.
Cash the planet.